Hello everyone, this is Axell, and right now I am in my dining room. I'm going to do a different type of video. This one I'm just going to be eating food. Why? I don't know, because I thought the way I eat biscuits is pretty weird. Now, what you want to do for this video, right, is you want to have some biscuits ready. Right now I have the Lotus brand biscuits. This is like a caramel flavored biscuit. I love it. It tastes amazing. And over here I have the Lexus peanut butter branded biscuit. I quite like this one too, but Lotus is top tier. I'm just gonna say it now. The Lotus biscuit is top tier. Nothing can beat it in my opinion. It's like S tier. Nothing can even come close. I love that biscuit so much. And of course, you can't eat biscuits without some milk. I have some Greenfield milk right here. And of course, I have a glass of ported milk, and I have a pair of chopsticks so I can eat the biscuits. Now you may be asking yourself, why are you eating biscuits with chopsticks? Is that like a thing you're just doing for the video? And the answer is no. If I dedicate the time to eat biscuits, I don't want to get my hands dirty. I don't know why this is such a big deal. Because every time I see people eat food, they always just straight up use their hands, or like they use greasy utensils, greasy spoons, greasy forks, and I can't stand it. I cannot get my hands dirty because I don't want to wash my hands. Now, if I have to wash my hands, I'm not just gonna rinse water like some psychopath. Obviously, I'm gonna use some soap and I'm gonna, rub my hands together, do the whole fucking 30-second shit, especially with COVID right now. Well, to do all that shit, I don't have 30 seconds to burn every time I'm using my hands. And that's why I opt to use chopsticks. And this way, I have like an easy way to get the biscuits and burn in my mouth. And once I'm done with them, I just put them in the glass. So, no big deal right there. Because I am Asian, and because I am eating on my dining table, if I just rip open this bag of biscuits, it'll go flying everywhere, my table will get dirty. So step one to eating biscuits, the Axell way, is to first grab one of this thing. I guess you can say this is a coaster, kind of. It's just a mat that we put on the table so that the table doesn't get dirty. Instead, the mat gets dirty and then we wash the mat instead of washing the table. That way, if you're a sloppy eater or if the food falls down, the table doesn't get dirty, you can just take the mat away and the next person who uses the table will get a clean table and they can get another mat to replace the dirty one. See? Very good system, doesn't make everything dirty, except I'm the only person who does this and everyone else literally does not use a mat in this family. So every time I want to use the table, it's always dirty and I'm the only one who tries to keep it somewhat clean for the next person. Anyway, the second step is to get a box now. If you've ever eaten an Oreo cookie, you know that once you open it, there's literally no place for the cookies to go. You either gotta try to repackage it and then seal it with a rubber band, or you can take a box like this. In this case, this is a lock and lock Tupperware. You can open it up, and then you can open your biscuit and put all of them inside. It's truly revolutionary, I know. So I'm gonna go and do that real quick. I'm gonna transfer all of these biscuits right here. As you can see, if I open it, it's just like a bunch of biscuits. And I'm just gonna place it in the box. Now, because I don't want to use my hands to move the biscuits, I'm just gonna use my chopsticks and put the biscuits in the box. Rip open this thing a bit more so I can have access to all the cookies. I have this giant stack of biscuits, and I can just transport the box. Alright, I have all the biscuits transported in the box, so now I can go ahead with step 3, and step 3 is pouring yourself a glass of milk. What kind of barbarian eats biscuits without drinking milk? Of course, you're gonna dip the biscuit in the milk, so I'm gonna pour myself 1 glass of milk, like that, and I'm gonna put this back in the fridge so it doesn't spoil. Now that I have my milk prepared, and I have my trusty chopsticks, I can now grab one of the biscuits with the chopstick. Grab a biscuit with a chopstick, got my milk. I'm just gonna submerge it. Just gonna push down the biscuit all the way in. And I want to let it soak for 5 seconds because in my experience, after 5 seconds, the fucking Lotus biscuit just disintegrates and there's no way you're getting it with a chopstick. Perfect. Now, in that case, I only put 1 biscuit in the glass, but honestly, you can just take like a stack of biscuits like this and just put it all in. Just put it all in. It all gets soaked. Now, this is like an efficient time save, so let's say you want to eat 4 biscuits at the same time. You can just do it. See, when you feel like there's too much biscuit in your mouth, you can just drink the milk. Excellent idea. And this way, when you use your hands to dip biscuit in milk, usually there's like the part that you don't touch doesn't get soaked by the milk. Kind of like the whole Achilles heel thing, where the only part that Achilles was like held when he was a baby didn't get protected. It's like the same thing. That part of the biscuit, that's why I also have a glass of water on standby. Anyway, so when you're using your hand to dip biscuit in milk, there's that one part that doesn't get, that doesn't absorb the milk. And if you wanna like absorb it, you gotta like dip your fingers in the milk also, and that's just gross, dude. How are you gonna clean everything up with gross hands? So, like, one of the best parts about this is that you can literally just take your chopsticks, you can just dip it in, and your hands are free from milk. You can just like do that, and boom, everything is submerged in milk. You may be asking yourself, is this healthy? And the answer is no, it's not healthy. Like at all. I'm convinced Lotus biscuits are like 100% sugar, and you probably shouldn't be eating this at 11 o'clock at night with a glass of milk. And I ate like 7 or 8 already. That is really, really unhealthy. And I say that as I continue to dip more biscuits in milk. But you gotta admit, Lotus biscuits are really good. I pity everyone who does not have access to Lotus biscuits. Now, there's a recent trend lately, or I don't know, maybe it's like from a year ago, where there's a lot of shops that now sell Lotus drinks, where they get like milk. You get milk, you got the Lotus biscuits. You have to just like blend them together, and then you just fucking drink it, and they charge you like 15,000 or something. And I gotta admit, those drinks are delicious, but honestly, you achieve the same flavor by dipping the biscuits in milk anyway. So if you really are craving that Lotus drink, just buy the biscuits yourself, man. You can get them at a lot of supermarkets. I think every supermarket I've been to, they sell Lotus. And you can literally buy any brand of milk, like any brand that you think tastes the best. You can buy any flavor of milk also, although I prefer whole milk. I don't want any of the flavors to muddy up the biscuit. I think that's enough Lotus biscuits for me, because I'm feeling pretty full. And I still need to finish the Lexus biscuit. Now, I mean, I don't need to finish it, but I feel like for the sake of the video, I might as well do it like a different type of biscuit. And here you get like 4. I don't know if you guys can see it properly. You get 4, and for the Lotus one, you get 250 grams of this. And I don't know how many biscuits that is. Maybe it's like 40 biscuits. For this one, I don't think they tell you how much grams it is, but you get 4 biscuits. You can see the biscuit has like seaweed on it, which is kind of strange. I don't know why you would put seaweed on biscuit, but it tastes pretty good. Like, you get the peanut butter flavor, and then you get like slightly salty flavor from the seaweed from the cracker, and I think that's a nice contrast. I don't want to be constantly eating sweets. If I wanted to do that, I'd go for the Lotus. But if I just want like a different type of flavor in my mouth that combines saltiness and sweetness, I'll go for Alexis. I like their seaweed on their crackers, even though I think it's pretty weird. With this one, because the crackers are like thicker, and because like you have two crackers sandwiching like the filling, it takes longer for the crackers to be soft. So it's still pretty hard if you dip it in for a 5 seconds. And this one's not too sweet because it's the peanut butter version. I think if you get the chocolate version, it's way sweeter, but the peanut butter one's not that sweet. And if you dip it for too long, it just starts to taste terrible. Honestly, I put that in like maybe a 15 seconds. 15 seconds is already too much. You want a quick dip, 5 seconds. So I fucked up by putting all 4 biscuits in my glass. I don't like these crackers absorbing too much milk. Kinda loses the good flavor, but what can you do? Once you're done eating all the crackers, all you gotta do is just finish the milk. Delicious. Now that was a meal right there. Don't need to go out to restaurants. Don't need to order any fancy food. Don't even need to cook. All you need is just a glass of milk, some biscuits, and a pair of chopsticks. What was the point to this video? That is a very good question. There is no point to this video. I just wanted to eat some biscuits and I had to have an unopened package, so I decided to open it on camera. Thank you for tuning in to whatever the hell this was. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me eat a lot of food for like 15 minutes. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.